Ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes, welcome to this episode of Emo Brown, the podcast. Today, we have Queen Kyla Vera, Grammy Award-winning Queen Kyla Vera in from Metalachi. She's going to tell you all about it. So come on, let's go. Whoa. Hit the button too many times.
You hit
that button.
You hit something a little too hard, homie. I'll tell you that. You're getting better, BJ. The intros are getting a little bit more short and a little bit more perfected.
Do I have the crackhead eyes?
Do I? You do. Oh, man. Gary Busey in the house today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Emo Brown, the podcast, the interview series, brought to you by the wonderful people at Liquid Death. Hit me with a graphic if you have that, BJ, so we can talk about the wonderful people at Liquid Death.
We don't.
We do not have it. Oh, my God, BJ.
We don't have it readily available.
One curveball after another. You're taking away from the Grammy Award-winning guest that we have here with us today.
Who likes Liquid Death?
Who loves Liquid Death.
Love Liquid Death.
Absolutely.
Sponsor us, please.
We have the queen. The queen of all things.
Queen of beans, actually.
What does that mean? I want to get into that.
The queen of beans?
Before we get into that, though, Kyla Vera is here today, bro. At a you, BJ. Look at you. Oh, there she is. Oh, my God. We've learned a lot about you today.
Oh, yes.
And the interview is about to start.
Oh.
I'm excited that you're here. I've been listening to Metalachi since I heard that you're going to be coming on. I've been listening. I've heard songs in the past, but I have started listening to it a little bit more thoroughly in the last week just to prepare for this moment. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been playing violin for a very long time, and I like beans. So I'm the queen of beans.
Queen of beans. Why? Why do you like beans? Because I, on the other side of the spectrum, hate beans.
They're delicious. They're good for you. They're cheap. They're versatile, and my grandma used to make the best beans ever.
You were ready for that question.
Yeah.
I feel like you had every answer in the book.
I've had people mail me bags of beans and crowns.
Really?
As like a birthday gift. And
Queen of beans.
Queen of beans.
Metalachi.
Yes.
You run the show. You're the boss.
Yes.
Everyone in that band answers directly to you as it relates to all things Metalachi.
Yes, they do.
What does that mean?
That means I can tell them whatever the fuck I want. And they have to listen.
What do you do in the band?
I play violin, I tour manage, I do the business management, I handle the merch, get all the ordering, the designs, online merch, website, social media, pay the taxes, all that shit.
Musicians pay taxes?
We're supposed to do that?
Yeah, BJ. Where are you at with that, brother?
Sometimes.
A little late.
How did you get involved in the whole music scene?
Oh, well, I really liked cartoons that had like cool music. And I had this one cartoon, Three Little Pigs. They were playing Brahms' Hungarian dance on the violin. I'm like, I got to learn that.
I actually remember that show.
Do you?
I totally do.
It's
and
like,
their little pigs are like dancing, doing their
and
thing.
the wolves playing
Yes,
the violin.
I remember that. I used to watch. Was it the lo-fi color scheme cartoons back in the day? Those were racist as shit, dude.
The old
That was
Tex
not-
Avery cartoons?
That one, no. That one was
No,
not. But
no.
that
No,
era,
they are, yeah.
that era of that style of cartoon, bro. If you go back on the Cartoon Network, or I think there's a streaming
HBO Max has the old Looney Tunes.
Is that one? Okay,
Racist
maybe.
ass one.
There's some
Well, no, that
racist
because I
shit.
recently not started, but I kind of fell into that area. I was like, oh shit,
Dude.
they say some outlandish things
Pepe Le Pew, racist, and he was a violator.
of rights.
Women's rights, yeah.
For real?
Oh, he was a total like just
I think all of these
He
little
was a-
fucking animals were, dude.
he like
was a little bit of a-
assaulted that cat. Man,
Or Kelly Le Pew. Or Kelly Le Pew.
basically,
Oh, so you started playing violin at a young age.
yeah. Well, I started piano when I was like 3, 4 maybe. Learned music, and then 6 or 7 started violin.
How hard was it to learn piano at a young age? And what tips do you have to teach little kids how to play the piano?
Well, I mean, piano's easy because it's like every note is a shape, you know? So you have C, middle C, do, 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 do. So it's like that shape. So, you know, all the C's are that shape. And then the piano is arranged with 2 black keys and then 3 black keys. And then everything's in a shape around the black keys. So it's very easy to learn the notes.
She said very easy, bro.
Very easy.
I got lost 12 times in that 5-second description.
It's a
dude.
pattern.
It is a pattern.
So you learn the pattern, and then you can do anything because that pattern's stuck in your mind, especially if you're a visual learner. Like if you read to learn things, like if you like to read text or see the pictures, then learning piano is going to teach you everything you need to know for any other instrument.
And that was how you started. How old were you when you did that?
3 or 4.
Wow, that's impressive. That's awesome. So you come from a musically inclined family?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. How about you, BJ?
Not at all.
I can tell. I can tell in the quality of performance.
I am the music in my family.
I am the music in my family.
Look at me. I am the music now.
You are the music in my family too, my friend.
Oh.
Absolutely. How long before you realized you wanted to do music as a profession, as a career?
Since I was a little kid.
Really?
I always knew.
You had visions of this being like, this is my future. This is what I want to do.
I had no idea how it would pan out, but I knew I would figure it out.
How long did it take before it actually did pan out and you figured it out?
I mean, I feel like just like less than 10 years ago is really when I started making good money. Like I've been doing a lot of stuff, you know, it's like it wasn't easy, but you just keep going. And
So how did you start? Well, how did you start into your professional musician career?
I mean, 5th or 6th grade, I started doing like private gigs for classical. So I was playing in orchestras, getting paid for it. I was getting paid for like small group like ensembles, so like 3-4 people, doing weddings, doing events like parties, all that. So I did that until college, and then when I moved to LA, I started getting into mariachi, and I started just doing whatever I wanted because I realized if I do what I want, people are gonna come to me because if you excel at what you want to do and you're unique and you like just like hold your own, people are going to be attracted to that. And I just kept at it until I figured it out.
You broke your own code.
It's because I saw my friends doing that. Like a lot of my friends have figured that out, and I was very inspired by them. So,
What music inspired you?
I mean, there's a lot of music that really inspired me. Like it's like all across the globe. But I have a lot of friends who play violin. Like like my friend Cassandra Sotos, my friend Katie Jacoby.
Cassandra Soto, friend of the show.
Shout out.
Shout out. Go ahead.
Cassandra was in a lot of groups, but her most famous was what the heck was his name? Oh, now that I'm on the
Super
spot.
famous.
Danny Flo.
No.
No.
It was an Indian artist, and she was in India for a long time. But she was also like playing like metal. She put out solo. If you look up Cassandra right now, look up Cassandra Soto's Annie Oakley. I love that song. So Cassandra's from a farm in Pennsylvania, and she's an incredible violinist, incredible singer. She has a really great butt. Everyone says I'm the fun-sized version of her. We're like twins, sort of, but not really. We act the same. But Cassandra's hot. Also,
Where are you from?
Texas.
Texas. What part of Texas?
North Houston, small rural community that is now developed, I think. But back then, it was a lot of cows and farms and fields.
Did you stay there like forever?
20 years.
And then you just dipped out?
And then I moved to Seattle, and then I moved to LA.
Very nice. This is Cassandra
She's
Soto.
freaking beautiful. Look at her. Oh, Cassandra. Yeah, so Cassandra is amazing. She owns a company called AmpRx. They make a product called Brown Box. It's like a attenuator for amps. It's like regulates electricity and shit.
We like that. Personally, I
she's-
use a Mesa Boogie triple record.
Personally, I use Sparky. He just turns it off.
She's sparky. Yeah.
So she really inspires me because she's a businesswoman first. Like
Okay.
she got like a degree in business, and then she decided to quit her really lucrative job to become a musician
Okay.
in New York of all places. And she made it work. And
I
now,
hear if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
That's right, kid.
Now she's in
Hey.
Tennessee. She's like a successful business owner. She's won awards for her business, and she's an incredible musician, and she's hot, and she has cats. So
Cats.
yeah. And then my friend Katie Jacoby is also incredible, and she was like huge influence on me. She's younger than me, but she plays with Roger Daltrey from the Who, and she's amazing. She was actually written up in a magazine when she was young as one of the like most formidable child prodigy violinists.
That's crazy.
So I've had a lot of like amazing
I was
friends.
going to say, you surrounded yourself by like top-notch talent,
I have my friend
which
Hayden
leads me to
Matera,
think
too.
is that you
Yeah.
are top-notch talent.
I feel like I'm in their shadows, but I try to like follow in their footsteps. Like I've had a lot of amazing friends, like just inspiring me and pushing me and being like, bitch, get off your ass. And
Handle this shit.
yeah, exactly.
BJ mentioned Grammy Award winner.
Yeah,
What happened there? How did we get that? And why didn't you bring it with you?
because
Cool to do a
it's,
shot out of
She's
it
like,
right
yeah.
now.
She's like, shout out to my
It's
Grammy
not really
friend
port-
of the show.
it's not portable, okay? Like It stays on the wall.
Yeah.
But basically, I recorded an album. I got a Grammy.
That's so awesome. Congratulations on
story.
that.
Thank you.
Hopefully you
That's-
get
Another one.
Best regional Mexican album. So
Best regional Mexican album.
that's what it came out as. Yeah.
And you wrote this whole thing?
No,
on-
I didn't.
Oh, that's what you
I
said?
recorded on it.
Oh, nice.
So I'm a recording artist on it. I did not arrange it.
Is
or
that something
anything.
you ever want to dabble in?
Like
Composing, arranging?
I'm more of like a colorer than a drawer.
Okay.
So like I like coloring. Like
Yeah.
I like it when I have something and someone's like, here. Like if someone says arrange an orchestra for this song,
That's
I'm
yeah.
down. I'm down. But like if someone says write this song, no. It's like I don't know. That's not how I function.
How did you parlay that success into jumping in and running the show with Metalachi?
Well, I feel like it was just kind of like I fell into it. Like, so I've worked a lot of retail and I've had my own businesses forever and like always been hustling, trying to make money. And for some reason, I just like figured it out pretty quick with the managing and all that, like figuring out like the payment process and how I'm going to do the like deposits and the payments and the accounting.
Because I feel a lot of people don't realize or recognize a band is a business.
It is.
A band is not just a brand. It's not just an entity that creates music. It's an actual full functioning business that requires a lot of hands-on and attention to detail, because I feel there's a lot of talented musicians who never quite make the leap to being a business, being a band that can operate and be successful. You've made a living out of this. So you're obviously a very successful businesswoman, and you've surrounded yourself with talented musicians in the band Metalachi to make it happen.
Yeah, so I actually inherited the band from the old manager 4 years ago. So
And you've been in the band how long?
since 2016.
Okay, so that's 8
So
years.
I
All
auditioned
right.
in 2015, Thanksgiving around there. Got in, started in 2016.
They were looking for a new violinist.
Yeah. So my friends, the ones I mentioned, Cassandra, Hayden, Katie, they were like,
friends of the show.
they're looking for violinists, and like I was like, I'm not good enough. And Cassandra called me and she said, listen, bitch,
Get it.
if you don't audition, then I'm never talking to you again. And she was mean. She was really mean. And I said, fine, I'll do it. So, because the old violinist was amazing. And he had really nice abs, which I don't have abs.
Which is it's essential. It's an essential component
Core
for
strength.
being a violinist.
Core strength, yeah.
I look at an ensemble from time to time, and the first thing I look at is their abs.
Yes.
As you
What
should.
is the ab definition here? Like, oh, he cannot play.
Ab to hair ratio. It's an important thing.
He cannot play.
Abs are very important. So, and I don't have them.
No,
But
you can buy them.
I could buy them, but I spend all my money on animals. So,
We'll get to that component of your
Yes.
life too. I'm interested in the band management component. You jumping into the band. What was your reception when you were trying to get into this band?
in the beginning, or
Yes,
in the beginning,
always in the beginning.
It's a good place to start.
I mean, being a female wasn't exactly ideal, but apparently all the guys who auditioned didn't like the humor, didn't like the lifestyle. And I was like, I can do it. So they brought me in, and then people actually liked it. They liked the change, having like female energy. And I just went with it. So
BJ, show me some of this female energy
Oh,
on
no.
stage. Not the one where she falls.
oh,
Let's
it
not
can
look
be
at
the
that.
one. That was one of my best videos.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let's see that one.
I don't care.
Look
Oh,
at
there.
that's so awesome. Because okay, so what is it called? We were talking about it's not. Is it strumming the violin? What are you
I
doing?
don't fucking know.
You're wailing on the violin.
Sure.
Look at
Wailing
that.
works.
How many people are in Metalachi?
5.
5 people. There
Mm-hmm.
is the singer. There is the violin. There is the trumpet. There is the
Guitarón and guitar.
Okay, electric. 'Cause
Electric guitar.
Yeah, because
But it's a nylon string. So we're trying to like, do the fusion with mariachi and rock. So electric guitar with nylon strings, guitarón with a pickup and pedals, trumpet, violin, but it's electric violin. But
Did you grow up listening to mariachi music?
honestly, no.
No.
Like I wasn't really raised with a lot of culture outside of when I visited my grandparents. But my grandparents, like on that side, we had like mariachis, we had musicians, we had folklorico, payasos, like all sorts of people. doing like Mexican arts of different kinds. So
Cultural stuff.
it's cultural stuff is in my veins.
Yeah.
For sure. So it was very important to me that I carried on my family's traditions in some way. So I was really, really happy to become a mariachi.
Well, playing the violin in a mariachi-inspired metal band is probably the best way to do it.
It's actually called bowing a violin.
Bowing,
Thank you.
okay.
Hey,
Strum
Bowing
bowing.
works.
Look,
Bowing works.
based on recent events on tests that I've taken, that was bothering me, not knowing what
He
it's,
needs answers.
bro. It was bothering me not knowing what it's called. It's not strumming a guitar.
All right, I
it's
got you. I got
bowing a
Google.
violin.
We
Did
got
you know
it.
that?
I mean, I knew that, but I thought we were just looking for like expressions.
No,
Like,
I'm
not
a
like a
literal
technical
person.
term.
You can
I'm a
strum it, you can
literal-
pluck it, you can bow it.
You can do.
You can strum it, you can pluck it, you can bow it. I've heard the plucking. I love when people pluck the violin. I think it's some of the. I'm a weenie. I love music. Like, and we'll be listening to music at home, and I'll tell wife, you'll be like, oh, check out, listen to this part. You see what he's doing? Oh, check out, listen to that part. You hear how to do that? And I lose myself again based on recent
And
events.
normies don't notice this shit at all. You try to tell them about like, oh, this is what he did on the guitar.
I lose
No,
myself on
nothing.
like on harmonies, like on 3-part harmonies. Like I'll be like, oh, look at that dude's doing, and that, oh my god, and yeah, it's weird. I'm a weird fellow when it comes to music. I
I
lose
noticed
myself.
the auto-tune flubs. Do you ever get those? Like when you're listening to a song on the radio and you hear like a whoop
And it drop, yeah.
in the vocals, you're like, did you hear that? It's not bothering you? And everybody's like, no, it sounds like R. Kelly.
What?
Have you seen that video where the guys are like, I think they're doing like a religious play and they're on auto tune and the one guy like gets winched up and he goes, oh shit.
Yeah.
Did it really?
And it's an auto tune. So it's like this beautiful pitch, but he's getting lifted by his ass by like the harness or whatever. Like they accidentally raised him in the air.
There's a comedian who that's his whole angle. His whole angle is he's like on stage and he walks around the crowd. He does crowd work and he gives people the microphone and the microphone has auto tune. So anything you say comes out in music form and it's like, how long
That's
have you
amazing.
been?
I've seen that guy.
How long have you been with your boyfriend? Oh, I've been with him for 25 years.
Is that the guy that has the Instagram where he has the animations?
I don't know.
Where they look like cups or something?
Ah, shit,
It's like
now I need to know.
drawings. I can't remember his name.
Find that out.
I'm looking for the angel in
He
auto-tune.
had like some, if it's the same guy, he had one. It was like all in auto tune. It was like hilarious. And he's asking his mom when he's a little kid about maxi pads.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, oh, I put them in to protect my pants or something. So he says he was like 7. He put one in his pants because she did, but he put it in backwards.
Of course.
So he's at school and it's stuck to his balls
Oh, no.
and like up his ass crack, like everywhere, and he can't get it off.
I got to listen to this.
He's at
I need to
school.
see this video, bro.
I
I'm
wish
always
I
looking
could-
at
I don't think we're
music.
going to be able to show that.
As a musician, as a professional, as an award-winning musician, what is your thought on auto-tune?
No.
No? It's highly against it.
Unless it's like for humorous purposes, no. Just no. Like learn your craft.
You hear that, BJ?
I'm a Melodyne guy.
All right, there you go. We can all appreciate that. Metalachi has been around, you said,
About 15 years.
so about 7 years prior to you getting there.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know the full history.
What is the most noticeable difference since you've taken the reins and kind of like taken over?
The most noticeable difference?
Yeah.
I definitely have a different playing style than the old violinist.
Okay.
The guitar player we have now has been around almost the whole time, but the first one was like a rock guitar player, and this one is a career mariachi musician. So it changed the vibe a lot. We have our original bass player, Guitarón, so he's pretty badass.
Yeah.
But he's like mostly mariachi, so he listens to like tons of like corridos. It's like all he listens to, actually.
My kind of guy,
So,
corrido guy.
yeah, yeah.
I was listening to A Man in the Box. Oh, man.
That one's fun.
You guys killed that one.
Oh, thank you.
Everything, it's all classical hits. You got to call them classic rock now, fool, because fucking
That's
Alice
right.
in Chains.
Green Day's classic rock
from
now.
the 90s, bro. That's like 30 plus years ago.
Weezer is classic rock.
Is it? Is Weezer?
It's coming up on 30 years.
So at what point do we classify it classic rock?
When I was a young lad,
When I was a young warthog.
Oh,
when I was a young lad, we were calling like Led Zeppelin and shit classic rock. And
Yeah,
that was the 90s, right?
Yeah.
They're from the 60s, 70s.
Okay, so
30 years.
We'll call 30 years as a
So
safe cushion.
Blink-182, Green Day, Weezer,
So
Papa Roach almost.
Oh, man.
What's Led Zeppelin?
What is your favorite song to play
Classical.
with the band?
You have a
with the
microphone, sir.
band.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, honestly, so I have like a solo in the middle. And for a while, I was by myself. And I'm like, guys, like I learned the solo to Mr. Crowley. Can we please play Mr. Crowley? And they're like, no, we're not going to play it. And
Why?
because they did, like, the guitar player was like, oh, it's not ready. And I said, we got to play it. And then he's like, no. And then literally as I started my solo, he goes, we're going to play Mr. Crowley. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. So we played it. And trumpet player started coming up. The singer started coming up. And we made it a whole band thing. They have choreography now.
It's a whole thing?
Yeah. And it's so fun. And I used to do that with Orion from Metallica. And it was like
That's
I would
crazy.
get up on the guitar player's shoulders while I played. But I'm apparently hurt his back by doing that. So we stopped. But we've always like, that's like our, like the most creative part. Like, because I love that part because we like can just like be really out of the box with everything and like get like extra creative with whatever. But I do enjoy also, I like playing Crazy Train a lot.
Crazy Train?
That one's good.
I like the way you guys incorporate the Mexican grito into Crazy Train.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's pretty slick. I can vibe to that shit.
That's neat.
That's neat. Take me. I've never been yet. I have yet to go to a Metalachi show.
Okay.
Walk me through a Metalachi experience.
Okay,
what
first of
can I
all-
expect?
First of all, that shot you have right there.
This one right here.
You would need to drink at least 3 of those
3.
before the show.
Well, I'll have
Metalachi show
half
starts
of
at the
one.
bar,
Drink
ladies
one
and
now.
gentlemen.
Cheers to you, Queen of Beans.
Cheers to you. I don't think I can say it on the air.
Wow. Turns out I really hate tequila.
I can't even.
Do you know what it is? It's been cold. It's been cold lately. BJ and I work very early in the day. Like
I
at
heard that.
3 to 4 in the morning. It's super cold. What do you think? It's like 40 degrees?
You guys do postal
My
work.
We do UPS stuff.
So have you had a pit bull jump into your truck?
No, we don't deliver. We work in the warehouse.
no.
We're not.
We are the
that-
pit bulls
Yeah,
jumping
we
in
are
the
the pit bulls. It's cold outside. My fingers are chapped. My lips are chapped. Right now, as soon as that tequila hit my lips, it burned my mouth.
I think the lowest I saw was 46.
It was 40. Oh, I
way.
get, dude, it's gonna
You
get
need to try
crazy.
Vaseline
Yeah, wifey gives me Aquaphor.
No Vaseline.
and jizz.
What?
What? Vaseline.
Well, I guess I'll go back to Vaseline then.
I'm gonna use Aquaphor.
Give me some goop.
Sheesh. I'm ready for the experience. So I had my shot of tequila,
Vaporub.
Vaporub, and a spray. Go ahead. So what?
And
what?
a Sprite?
And then- yeah, oh.
For your lips?
You don't do that in Texas, North Texas, a rural part of Houston?
I mean, a Sprite and
Un caldo de res, un
Yeah.
Sprite,
I mean,
un Vaporub. What else? Un saladito. What else do we have, Fernanda? You're Mexican like me.
you got to wear 12 pairs of socks.
What?
Hard-boiled eggs.
I had 3 of them this morning.
But you got to rub it on you.
Oh, that's for the getaway. Get the mala vibra.
limpia.
Yeah.
And you need the colita de rana.
Sana sana. Do not negate the sana sana.
No,
That's
no,
the
no.
important part.
I know something about that song now.
Okay.
That song is rooted in a little bit of the witchcraft.
Oh,
apparently.
no.
Oh, all
Yeah.
old children's songs and stuff like that are.
Really? Ring Around the Roses is.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's about dead people.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts? What a crazy life we've
People
been living.
die.
People tend to die all
People-
the time.
People die.
So here we are. We're one shot in.
And we're talking about brujeria.
No, we're not. We are not talking about that. We're talking about a Metalachi experience. What can I expect now?
Oh,
now
yeah.
I've had a shot.
No.
I'm walking in.
So you got to have like a few
Oh
shots.
shit! All right.
So after a few shots, then you start to find everyone else in the room attractive.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first step. You got to like feel one with the crowd.
You gotta relax.
Okay, so once you're relaxed, then you can let Metalachi enter.
Ugh,
So we come on stage,
here she is.
and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Just like that. Just like that with my Sea Milf shirt. Oh, I have one on now.
I feel that you lull people in. You lure them in with your violin while you're bowing.
It's
like,
called being a bruja.
They don't. Oh, is that what it is?
Probably.
brujas them in.
Yes.
Oh man, so you're like the Pied Piper.
Oh, yeah.
You're over here blowing a little flute, but in form of a violin.
Attract the
And
men,
then you're just-
attract the
and
woman,
you're just
attract the them and they. Everyone
You're enticing them.
with the violin.
Very nice. But I do want to go. How often do you guys play in San Diego? What does a schedule for Metalachi look like?
Our next show in San Diego
Hmm?
is going to be
April 20th.
April. That's what I was going to say. April 20th,
Oh, 420.
which is.
Witches.
No!
Oh,
I'm not.
there's a theme here, bro.
We're getting confused with
How
our
up to date is this?
verbiage here.
Metalachi, California shows November 8th, San Jacinto.
Okay.
Oh, that's close enough.
So it's not announced. The show announced date is not yet, but it will be April 20th.
okay.
and it'll be at the
420.
holding company.
Okay.
And I think I can give away tickets now.
If not, we
Right
can.
now
We're allowed
already?
to give away THC tickets.
Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves.
You're invited,
I'm going.
and
We're
you can,
going.
and we will bring you on stage. And
Fuck you
pour-
will. I'm not
we're
gonna
gonna
be
pour
sacrificed on
alcohol
stage.
in your mouth.
Oh no.
Yes, you are.
Just last week I had
So-
alcohol poured on me and now I'm in a gang.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I can't be doing shit like that.
Now you
I'm
gotta go watch
excited. I'll
soccer.
go. I'm definitely down.
If you come to the show, you have to be in our gang.
Okay.
So that means you come on stage.
Wifey
Okay.
too.
We embarrass you. We
I'm
pour,
married. I've embarrassed
We pour
daily.
alcohol in your mouth,
Uh-huh.
and then we slap you on the ass. You're on your way. Not
Party.
me, the guys.
I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Hit him with your bow. He might like that.
Bow me.
Those are too expensive to be breaking on someone's ass.
Yes, they
Sorry.
are.
No,
I
Horse
remember.
hair or no?
no, I use synthetic hair. Besides the fact that I'm vegan, synthetic hair lasts a lot longer, and so I do prefer that. Like just in general, like it's practical.
But they're very expensive.
A bow?
The whole violin setup in general.
The bows cost me like $700-800, but that's like cheap. Like a classical musician, like I had one, it was $2,500, and that was still like inexpensive. Like for a classical musician, you're looking at like
Thousands.
at least $20,000 for an instrument, 10, 20.
That's why I play guitar.
So
I only know this because I used to work at Harper's Music. Well, I was a teenager. Harper's Music was once upon a time a very popular music store here in Chula Vista,
It was on
3rd
Third?
Avenue. Yeah, 3rd Avenue, right where El Cruce is.
And then they moved to F.
They moved to F somewhere. I used to work there. And it was awesome because it was like rent to own musical equipment. So all the fucking peeps would come down and get it. And I remember having to find some bows. And I'm like going downstairs, like, hey, where do we keep the violins and the bows and this and this and that?
That's in the safe.
And they're like, oh, over here. No, kind of kept it in the back, hidden away from everything else, like separate. And I saw the price tag on them. I was like, holy cow. These
was it
things
just
are expensive.
violin bows? Was
Yes.
it cello, viola?
It was a mixture of all the things. It was a mixture of everything. But I was
Freestyle
like,
bows.
these, and then once upon a time, there was somebody who lost a old like violin, almost antique even, and it was like literally it's like a movie. Like you get it, blew into the dust came out, and the owner was like, "Dude, that is very expensive." I didn't even ask, but he said it was pretty pricey. I can believe it.
Older instruments, unless they're like really, really shitty, like they tend to be very pricey.
What's the priciest violin that you own?
I have a 7-string fretted violin that is probably retail like $7,500.
Get it? Nice.
But I don't like it's like my instruments are cheap
Okay.
compared to
Classical people that are doing the thing, but you are those people because you check that box.
yeah, but I'm like a dirty rock musician.
You don't want to be on stage spilling screwball on a $7,000 violin.
no,
Or
but
do
I
you?
have
It's kind of a
It's-
flex.
my violin. I didn't pay for. So my friend Joe, he's the co-founder of Wood Violins.
Okay.
And he was like the builder for them until he passed away right after COVID. So I guess 2021, the beginning of 2021 is when he died. So he made my violin when I got into Metalachi. Like I had told him they made a violin similar to the one I play now. And I said, Joe, I don't like the specs. Like I want something thicker. I want something more like an acoustic for this project. So Joe built like number one. It's
That's
number one
awesome.
on the back. And
That's cool.
I had showed him. So there's this company called Kiesel, and it's down here in this area. And they used to be Carvin. So they split up. So Kiesel became the guitar company. Carvin is the amp company.
Yep.
So Kiesel had like this beautiful pink and purple finish. It was like a burl veneer. And I showed it to Joe. So Joe had that made for the veneer and everything, and had the finisher like gloss it over. He got me like the nicest hardware, and that was my gift. It was also because I left my ex-husband of 10 years, but it was like a happy divorce and congratulations on Metalachi. And he showed up to my first show in New York with Metalachi with this violin. And he's like, I built this for you. Like
That's
this
awesome.
is, and it says number 1, Joe Donjon. And so it's very, very, very special. And that's what I play to this day.
I was
Like,
going to ask, so that's the one you play. That's the
Yeah.
daily. That's the tour.
So I have some very, very nice violins that Joe built. And my friend Kenny, who also actually passed away. it was very, very
I was
bad.
going to say to both of those
Very
names,
bad
friends of the
luck.
show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shout out,
shout out those guys, but you.
No, Kenny lived with Joe, and they both passed away within a year.
Oh.
So not good. But so that violin is very, very special to me. So Joe and Kenny worked on all my violins, like all my electrics, like they built them. But that one was like the one that I play to this day because I want to honor Joe. And he was a very, very special friend. I've known him since I was 19. And
Well, if special powers come from this violin, I see it in the videos because I was looking at all your videos. My God, how do you say you're a fucking shredder on the violin? Is that something you say in the violin world, or you're a damn bower on this violin?
For me, I feel like every violin has a different feel. So I have like one violin that was handmade in like Tijuana, and like
in Tijuas? They made it handmade there?
yeah, it's
pretty cool.
gorgeous. And so it's like when I play that violin, it's like so I founded a couple of mariachi groups with my friends. So Colibri, Grupo Beo. So fuck, that's Joe's violin. But yeah, so I bought that violin for my friend Vanessa, who was like the leader of Grupo Bea, which is still in existence to this day, with my favorite harp player, Michael, who is like really cool. And anyway, so I bought that from her. So that violin is like for very folky music. Like when I play with her, I use that one. When I play acoustic violin, something different comes out. When I play Joe's violin, that
Something
he made
different
for
comes
me.
out from there.
And so that's the one I use just for this band. And it's like, I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like I've tried, but it's like he made that violin for Metalachi.
Metalachi is such a great name.
Yeah.
It's a killer fucking collab of words. Metal and mariachi coming together. And you guys are on stage and you're just ripping and doing your thing. Your singer is the shit. I love the way he gets down and he can really sing, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He can really fucking sing.
And after drinking, which is impressive.
Do you guys practice drunk? I guess is my question because you do surround yourself with a lot. It's a valid question.
You got to practice under the conditions you're going to perform.
Exactly. Practice like you
So,
play.
I actually have a policy as a manager. If I catch them with liquor before the show, I deduct their pay.
What does that mean? How much of a penalty are they getting?
$50 every time.
$50 every time?
Yeah.
I think it's worth it, brother.
I mean, I get a $50 tab. That just evens out, right?
I'll take
So
that
they're
fucking
allowed
penalty.
if they want a beer before the show, fine. But when they bring in the liquor, I'm like, nope. Because we
But
have
it's
to,
liquor before beer. You're in the clear.
liquor
Liquor before the show.
during the show is
what?
okay. Liquor before the show is a no.
Oh, okay. We're playing
We're going a different way.
Yeah, we're
That's
playing
how we
the
are.
Simon
Because we want to get paid.
yeah.
The name of the game is get paid,
Full circle to the business again.
then get laid.
Oh, well, that's.
Get paid, then get
I was
laid.
not in a
That's
band
Scarface,
that
right?
long. What happened?
You get the
Yeah.
money.
First
then
you got the money, then you got the power, then you got the power, then you got the woman.
Hey, I
The
guess.
money comes first.
Yeah.
And that's
The
how I
money-
am.
yeah.
Like, I got to pay my bills. If those guys mess with my money,
They're
they're
getting
gone.
messed with.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
so you've had to
I
drop
have-
the hammer on a couple guys. I'm assuming.
I fired very dramatically a few people. So
Really?
I don't mess with my money. Like, as
But
long
you know what?
as
That's a great way to manage a band.
Especially get a manager.
Yeah, well, you know what? And I don't know how many other bands have this dynamic, but you are the manager and also a musician within the fucking group. So I feel like your word carries a lot more weight than if you were just side stage, kind of like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, don't do this. You're like, I'm not doing it. I'm on stage too.
Leading
Yeah.
by
Like,
example.
Like I'm playing by these fucking rules as well. If
And-
I can do it, you guys better do it too.
and I have like 22 animals at my house at least to pay for. So
And the shit gets pricey.
yeah, it does.
they like to eat.
So
What's up with these animals
do.
at your house? What's going on?
I have an animal rescue.
An
So
animal rescue.
I have 3 in boarding and 12 cats, 7 dogs, and 2 rabbits at my house
Okay.
right now. It's been more, But
I was gonna make jokes, but you told me you're vegan and you take care of your animals, so I'm gonna
Nope.
omit these jokes. But they were
as
funny.
a fucking bruja,
But they were funny.
you don't want to tell those jokes
I will not.
because I'll go home, light a candle, and you will be
What? Successful.
No, that's the goop candle.
Oh,
You'd like one of those would be successful.
probably the other candle.
Oh man! If that works, throw a little success scent on my candle if you
I
could,
can
please.
put some success scent on your candle. It'd probably be Taco Bell farts, but
Oh, I'm happy I cut out. She said something and I didn't hear her in my headset.
I
We
love
censored it.
Taco Bell.
Because you're from Texas. That's what Texas food is about.
Texans like Taco Cabana.
Taco Cabana?
Taco Cabana.
Oh, Cabana.
Do you know
Okay.
Taco Cabana?
No.
Okay, Taco Cabana used to be 24 hours.
Okay.
But people kept vandalizing the patios. It's so stupid. So people are vandalizing their property, so they cut their hours.
Now they can vandalize them when they're closed.
Yeah, right. That's how that
They
works.
bring everything in at night.
Oh.
So that's why they close, so they can bring all the patio furniture inside because people are fucking with it at night. So Taco Cabana, that's like, you don't go to Taco Bell. You go to Taco Cabana.
Let's get to the hard hitting questions because this is what we do here at Emo Brown.
Oh,
Right?
no.
We ask the hard hitting questions. You have experience in both of these states.
Cocaine.
Cocaine always wins. California and Texas.
Yeah.
Who has the better Mexican food? And why is it San Diego?
Oh, no.
No?
It's different. So Mexican food in California, I feel like, is healthier than Texas. Texas is all like meat and cheese, grease.
Just tell me more. Go ahead.
There's a
Should I
song
go-
coming to mind right now.
Let me go get a gallon of corn oil and I'll pour it in your mouth right now.
No, manteca. Lard.
Manteca. You want the manteca?
Yeah,
Okay.
Just rather have lard.
As a vegan, I can't vibe with that, but it's okay. We're different. It's
People are different. People are different. And we
I
have to
do-
be accepting of people's different views.
I'm glad
and
you listened to
lifestyle.
HR finally.
All right? We
I
have
do-
to be accepting.
I cook meat for my animals, so I
Okay.
can't. I mean, if you want to be one of my cats, you'll get fresh meat.
Nice. So cats eat meat.
Yes.
I thought it was just sipping milk from saucers.
No, cats
Cats
are.
No, is that
are
just a
little hunter?
lactose
Just the cartoons.
intolerant.
Okay, so there's a video on YouTube of a cat owner.
Cats cannot drink milk.
Oh, it's just that
It makes them
cartoons?
very,
Well, that's
very
weird
sick.
because Tom from Tom and Jerry drinks it by the gallon.
I know, and it's really, really bad for. It's like the same thing as rabbits eat carrots.
They don't eat carrots?
They can, but if they eat a lot of carrots, they will die.
Oh, well.
Rabbits are very sensitive to sugar. If you're diabetic and you eat carrots,
Oh,
your
really?
blood sugar spikes.
Oh,
Carrot juice, carrots, are very, very high in sugar.
that seems unhealthy.
There's a
I
lot of
enjoy carrot juice.
All the cartoon animals teach you the wrong thing. Like, I
They
always
do.
wanted to hug
They
a bear.
do. They do.
Terrible idea.
so rabbits love their favorite thing is bananas.
Really?
That's bananas.
Very high in
There's-
sugar.
I was going to say, yeah.
And I gave my rabbits each one grape, and they got very sick from the sugar. Rabbits do not do good with sugar, and there's a lot of stereotypes that are just not true.
I'm not one to tell you what to do with your animals, but here we go. I once saw a video
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube of a cat owner who put a little camera around this cat's neck.
Oh,
Oh,
that
no.
fucking menace cat.
And that cat is a menace,
That cat's
bro.
a dick. dude.
If 50 Cent was a cat, this cat was on some G-Unit shit. It was just
No, that
going
cat would be
around-
on cops.
Dude, this cat was just going to other little cat groups and just harassing
I know
the
exactly
shit
what you're
out of
talking
them.
about. He's
and
a
just-
dick.
and they're fast.
The comments,
wait,
too.
wait.
The comments are terrible.
Is it a cat rapist or just a cat?
No, he's
assault-
just
assaulter?
I don't know what that word means.
What?
What?
He's assaulting people?
No, cats. Other
He's
cats.
stealing their
Assault
stuff.
and battery.
I feel like he's fucking with the other cats.
I had a cat who used to bring stuff home, socks,
Okay.
Nerf dart, weird shit like
A
that.
Nerf
like,
dart?
My kids
He
are missing a
brought a
lot
Nerf
of those.
dart. He
so
was very
maybe there's
proud
a
of
wild
his Nerf
cat in our
dart.
neighborhood.
Oh, I thought you said a nerve dart. I was like, just like, I've seen some needles in my playground, but
No,
never
no,
a
no,
Nerf
no,
dart.
no. Just it was a foam Nerf dart, and he was very, very proud of it.
Because he brought it to you.
But he also brought me an entire fucking bird once,
Alive or dead?
alive.
Nice.
And I took it from him.
Here, Mom, for your next sacrifice.
I love you, mama.
The best part was I was on the phone with a talent buyer.
Okay.
And I said, Jared, I gotta go.
There's a bird in
But-
my cat's mouth.
No, I didn't say that. I thought I hung up. It was still on. I'm like, Pantera, give me the fucking bird. and he hears all of this, and I'm like chasing the bird around the house.
You think she's talking to a kid.
He
Yeah,
brought a
probably.
whole like dove into my house, like, and he's like a little cat, and I'm like, fuck, there's a bird in my house, and I'm like chasing this fucking bird, catch the bird. I'm like, we gotta go to the hospital.
So we like animals, but we do not like birds.
I do not like my cats eating wildlife. Like,
Oh.
if they want to eat food, I will give them food.
I mean, you named your cat Pantera. That's pantherberry.
That is
it
true.
was a really.
I know that from the band.
My first 2 cats, I made the worst decisions. So my first cat was Gizmo.
Aw,
Gizmo caca.
I have a lot of scars from Gizmo.
really? Because you fed him after midnight, probably.
Yes.
And you
Put
probably
water
Her
on him.
Instagram
doused
is
him in the water.
her Instagram is don't feed her after midnight.
Oh, your cat has an Instagram? It's just crazy.
She went
though.
viral on TikTok.
The cats are going
actually.
viral. They're eating the cats. They're eating
So
the dogs.
because she took my burrito
Yeah?
and she got overnight over 2 million views
Really?
on the burrito video.
Here we are busting our humps.
Yeah.
We're
All
not
we need is a
eating
cat
it.
and a burrito.
You just need a fucking
Or a
cat.
UPS or in a lunchbox.
Or a
And
UPS in a lunchbox.
she's a garbage cat. She was from a feral colony just in the middle of the street.
Really?
The best part is it was my ex who found her, and the police thought that he was a child predator. So they interrogated him. And during that interrogation, he found her in the street. So then, after he's interrogated by the police,
I
he
feel
has,
like that's not the most valid
tiny-
fucking point of the story that you.
oh, okay. So he was walking at 3 a.m. when the child went missing
Oh,
on the same block.
victim of circumstance.
Yes. But okay, so good story.
Sit tight, guys. It gets better.
I had a show once in the Dallas area of Texas.
Laredo.
And I tried to run back to the hotel and I realized there's no sidewalk. So I called a Lyft. The Lyft driver called the police because she thought I was a 17-year-old sex traffic victim.
Oh, wow.
So the police showed up to my hotel and they thought my guitar player from my band was my pimp.
Oh,
So we're heating up food in the lobby
that's
and
normal.
the police walk in and they say, "Excuse me, your Lyft driver called and they said that you are a sex trafficked 17-year-old. And I said, I am 37. I am not like,
But thank you.
fuck, I just said my age.
But
No,
thank you.
But they didn't believe me.
Uh-huh.
So they took me out and interrogated me privately.
Really?
And they had me in the car and they had guitar player like separate and they're interrogating him.
Is this the same guitar player you fired, or are you still in the
So
band?
he's still there.
All right, good.
And so
I feel like if
then
you go through an ordeal like that, you're bound for life.
they finally released us. But I didn't know they were watching me. So I'm sitting there crying as I eat my food because I'm so embarrassed. They came back in, they said, "We saw you're crying. We know you're fucking lying. You're really like, you have a fake ID. You're sex trafficked." Like, and I said, "No, I'm embarrassed." Like,
I am a professional violin player.
it was really bad. But it was
Wow.
because of a Lyft driver who thought I was a 17-year-old sex slave.
Do we
Why we use
appreciate the
Uber.
effort of the Lyft driver, or do we hate the Lyft driver for putting you through this ordeal?
She almost killed me by driving because she
Okay.
got mad at someone with road rage and she cut them
While
off.
you were in the car?
Yeah, and she went like this, and
That's
she goes,
the middle finger.
That's a crazy driver."
That's the bird for animal lovers.
So I think she was crazy. So it was just a weird
Hey,
situation.
you have a crazy life being a rock star, right?
If I had cameras,
Yeah.
I'd have like millions of dollars right now.
You should put one around your neck like
Should
a
be like
cat.
the viral shit.
No, I've been thinking like my backyard camera doesn't exist.
Okay.
I have side camera, front camera, 2 inside. The craziest place is my backyard. I fell off the roof. Like I got in a fight with my feral cat, like all sorts of shit. And never got caught on camera.
Oh.
So I gotta get one.
There's these glasses that we learned recently with
Meta.
Bobby Tribal, the Meta glasses.
Meta Ray-Bans.
Get yourself a pair of them Ray-Ban Meta glasses.
Someone I fired had
Uh-huh.
a pair.
Well, you should have kept them in the divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Been
sh-
like, shut. Those
In
are
the
mine now.
divorce. Yeah.
That would have been cool. Because imagine you're on stage, you're just bowing your little heart out and on fucking doing the violin thing. It'd be cool to see with the reaction of
Oh,
people and
shit.
everything.
See a lot of people in the crowd like this.
Bad idea. Not a bad idea.
all twacked out.
No, I've had some. I had one show where these 2 guys were right in front of me. They had their hands down their pants.
Oh, here we go.
And they're going,
The views expressed by Queen Beans do not necessarily reflect the ideas or morals of Emo Brown in any way.
yes, they do.
She is simply a rock star sharing her perspective on life.
So they were like touching themselves while I played with their cameras right in my crotch. I'm wearing pants. I am not dressed like inappropriately in any way. pants and like a tank top. And they ended up pouring beer on my pedal board
Why?
because they were really drunk and they were jizzing their pants.
Good
Jizz
song.
in my pants. Good song.
Yeah, good song.
Yeah. So
The Lonely Boys.
Friends of the show.
Lonely
I
Boys,
was-
the Island Boys. What are
Lonely Island.
Lonely
Lonely.
Island.
Not the
Lonely
Island
Boys.
Boys.
Or
and
not
the Lonely Boys.
Not
Another
Lonely
Grammy
Boys.
Award-winning band.
Who we have opened for.
We
Outta
we
you.
can book them for you. Wait,
Time
Lonely
out.
Boys or Island Boys?
Gary Busey. Who gave Gary Busey a microphone? Look at you. Vaya con Dios.
Via.
Look at
Gary
Johnny
Busey
Utah.
Do you have a question for
is my white cousin.
Questions
Yeah?
with Gary.
No.
No,
Do you have questions for Gary?
we're good
Gary.
with Gary.
Good with Gary.
Why are you here?
That sounds like an emo band.
Let us in on that. This is Yakovich.
Well,
This is like your fourth time on the podcast, just in the background hanging out. Why are you here today? What is your connection with this young lady?
I'm doing some B-roll just to announce my new porno that's coming out.
Okie dokie.
and we're
doing
muting
that.
him.
Yeah, and he's gone. Absolutely. You are a woman in the music industry.
Okay. We're going straight from porno to
Yeah, that's a weird transition. You are a woman in the music
That button's getting
industry.
some mileage today.
What has your reception been? Because from those two guys, like that story about those two dudes, is that the norm? Is that just like
I've
something
definitely
you've
had
dealt with?
like assault situations, and I've also had a lot of security being like, "Oh, it's so nice of you to help the guys out," and then someone comes up with my paycheck, and they're like, "Okay, boss, here's your paycheck," and they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Like they're like, "Whose girlfriend are you? Whose wife are you?" I've had a lot of security not let me in.
Really?
I pushed security away at one venue. They're like, "Sorry, only band members." I said, "I'm on the fucking flyer." And they said, "That's not you."
Oh no.
And I said, "Hell
Everybody
no."
knows you're a 17-year-old sex traffic worker.
Exactly.
You're not in the band.
Exactly. So I've had a lot of shit like that.
Really?
Like people don't believe.
Well, I don't want to say really like I'm shocked.
You're shocked.
I'm not.
It's
I could
autism.
I could imagine that shit is overwhelming, or you just become jaded after a while. It's like,
It doesn't bother me.
no, fuck you, pay me.
Like I've dealt with so many life and death situations. Like that kind of shit is just like whatever. Like
Really?
yeah, through animal rescue. Like
Let's talk about that
oh,
because you
okay.
keep bringing it back to that. Tell us about your animal rescue.
I have a small animal rescue. I have 6 foster dogs currently. I'm desperately looking for homes for them. I've had a couple of them for like a couple years. I'm paying a couple thousand a month for these guys, so it'd be very nice. But yeah, I basically like I specialize. Like I used to have a pet sitting service, right? So I specialize in like special needs animals, rescued animals, animals that have like psychological issues. Like my first clients as a pet sitter were dogs that bit every other sitter. But I learned how to like handle those situations. So with these dogs that I have now, it's like people that can't get the animals, people like the shelters, the regular people. I go out there, I sit with them forever, and I catch them, and then I'm stuck with them until they get adopted.
Now they're yours.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a foundation that you're working on?
It's called Dogarachi Rescue Group.
All of the Achis.
This is one of
Dogarachi.
my fundraising shirts, Sea MILF, because I'm not a cat lady. I'm a sea MILF, okay? Because I'm fucking hot bitch. Anyway,
If we can't tell ourselves that, then where are we in America? Go
I
ahead.
tell myself that every morning. in the
Every
mirror.
morning, dog, in the mirror with my chapped lips.
Affirmations,
and my
I believe they call
chapped
it.
fingertips.
Bitch, you're
'cause
not-
it's cold.
a cat lady, you're not a cat daddy. You are a sea MILF or a D MILF.
D-MILF. Dog MILF. Right?
Oh, no, it should be sea DILF. Yes.
Okay.
Dog man, I'd like to. What?
Philander.
Sea DILF. Okay, sea DILF, but D MILF is appropriate. And sea DILF.
Too
There's a
many
lot.
acronyms.
Okay,
I'm
look.
lost.
I'm already lost. But anyway, I have 7 dogs at home, 12 cats currently, 2 rabbits.
And the
but-
goal is to get them homed. Get them a new home.
The
and
cats now and 4 of the dogs are my sanctuary animals
Hmm.
and 2 rabbits. So I took in 1 senior rabbit, 1 young rabbit. I have several unadoptable cats. So I have like a couple that were too feral to adopt. I have one that has FIV, which is the same as HIV, but for cats.
Oh.
Feline. Immunodeficiency virus. So I do take in special needs when I have the funds. I have a couple that I have one on Prozac. I have a few cats that
a
have like
cat on Prozac? Really?
I try. He's semi-feral, and I decided, like, okay, so when I medicate him, he'll bite through the syringe and fight. So I got this, it's called transdermal, which you put on their skin. It has to go in his ear. So now when he hears the click, he runs. He used to be really cuddly, but it's like we're fighting all the time. I have scratches like all over my back, my chest.
Cats are crazy. Hot take.
I've been bitten very, very deeply by feral cats who destroyed my house. So yes, but the thing is, I'm crazy because I'm a sea MILF and I'm Latina, so it works out.
And you're from Texas.
And I'm from Texas. We used to swim with fucking alligators, poisonous snakes.
In Texas?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Where do you?
That's just a Buc-ee's.
That's normal. There's no alligators at Buc-ee's. It's just beavers.
They have
okay?
everything.
They do. Buc-ee's. Have you ever been to Buc-ee's?
I've not. I've been to Houston.
But you've never been to Buc-ee's.
We didn't drive there.
There's something wrong with you.
No.
Nope.
Think
Go to
I'm good.
Buc-ee's.
So what is it, like a 7-Eleven or what is it?
No.
What is it?
Okay. Buc-ee's originally was a small gas station
Okay.
that sold tamales.
Buc-ee's has tamales.
No, they don't now.
Oh.
They became.
Fucking Trump.
I don't understand
Fucking guy,
how
I know.
it became this. The original gas station closed a couple years ago, but they went from a small gas station that sold tamales to this super center the size of Walmart
Oh, wow.
that's beaver themed.
Oh.
Beaver.
The
And
House
they
of
have
Beaver.
solar panel parking.
Yes, they
So
do.
you know they're
Very
efficient.
progressive.
Yes, they do.
You know they're efficient.
So you can buy everything: onesies, pajamas,
Just not tamales.
shirts,
Not tamales.
everything but tamales. Instead of tamales, they have burritos.
Burritos are good.
They're not the same as tamales.
Agreed.
Tamales are special. Tamales are the original power bar. So, they're portable. They come in a wrapper. You take them anywhere. If they're cold, they're still good. My Theo Rudy, who passed away last year, used to eat them with ketchup and white bread. Tastes like a hot dog.
What?
Tamale sandwich?
Hey, Texans are crazy. dog.
Rudy was-
Texans are crazy,
Rudy
bro.
was a very, very Mexican Texan.
Your Theo
Okay.
Rudy.
Rudy.
Your Theo Rudy.
He was amazing.
Probably a big fan of Freddie Fender, and the Texas Tornadoes. Freddie Fender is a pseudonym. That's a stage name.
Mm-hmm.
He used to put tamales in white bread, Texas toast bread with catsup.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck around if I'm not gonna try that this holiday season when I get a shit ton of tamales, bro.
It just makes it taste like a fucking hot dog.
Really?
It's
What do you guys put in your tamales that made it
Probably
taste like
hot
a
dogs.
Yeah, probably fucking wieners.
I mean,
Man, that's on you.
That's where we
That
lost her.
was-
We lost her.
Shit.
shit. It was just a bean tamale that I had, but it still tasted like a hot dog. Like, because the ketchup and the white bread, like, it already.
I'm gonna tell you this: if your tamales in Texas taste like hot dogs, you guys are not
Here-
on the same level of tamales
Well,
that we
here's the
have
thing,
here
here's the thing,
in
here's the thing.
Southern California.
A Texas tamal is gonna be like this big. Okay,
Why? It's like a flauta? What is
they're
it, like a fucking rolled
skinny.
taco?
I don't know why.
That's how big hot dogs are.
So they make them really skinny in Texas. They're like little tiny tamales.
The one
Okay.
skinny thing in Texas.
Yeah. So, like in California, it
Yes.
seems like they're fat,
That's how we get down.
big fat fucking tamal.
That's, you know what? And the tortas are too.
Oh.
Tell us a little bit more about how we can support your foundation, support your fundraiser. Where can people buy these shirts? Where can people send money?
Well, I did give you a shirt.
Boy, did you.
Beautiful. So
Oh, shit.
that's one of my fundraising shirts. Hold my drink. I need to pet that dog.
See?
I've heard
So-
Steve say that.
Claro.
I am the epitome of hold my drink. Let me pet that dog.
Can I pet that down?
I'm pet that
Can I pet that
dog.
down?
Who's gonna pet that dog? So this one specifically, this little crop top. Let me show you the back.
Here we go. Are you wearing a crushed velour jacket?
Yes, I am.
That is very rock star of you.
Okay, so show me your kitties.
Show me your kitties. Brought to you by
Brought to you
Kyla
by
Vera.
Dogarachi Rescue Group. So I do sell that shirt and a black standard woman's t-shirt Sea MILF at my fundraisers, and I can sell them over social media, like in the mail. And then I have online web stores. So I have like a link tree. So you go like Linktree, Dogarachi Rescue Group. So DOG.
You're a hustler.
RACHI. And I have 3 different print-on-demand pop-up stores currently. So with like different designs. I've designed like 15, 20 things. I'm still working.
Takarachi Rescue Group. There we go.
That was so quick.
He's-
So there, the
that's-
bottom one. So
Barry is quick.
drinks and
Fast
Takarachi.
fingers berries, what they call me.
They call him Quickie.
Metalachi is specifically for Metalachi fans. So my logo is my cat gizmo destroying a city.
Meowtalachi.
Meowtalachi. So
Look at you.
Meowtalachi is
I like this. I like this logo.
like my logo, but I change it to Meowtalachi with Team Gizmo because so many people love Gizmo. Gizmo's like the fan favorite because she's my first cat. I raised her from tiny kitten. And yeah, so lots of animals, lots of.
Where did this love for animals come from? Has it always been with you, or
I mean, so my dad's side of the family grew
personally?
up,
I kick dogs.
they had our rancho. I heard about that.
Personally,
I did
apparently-
hear
well,
about that.
she's
but-
in the cat fighting business. Look at this.
Oh, the Michael Vick of cats.
Oh yeah. So that's Rico and Wolfie. Wolfie is the one on Prozac. Rico is
Oh,
from
he's just trying to get hit of that ear. Then that's what he's doing. He's like, lick
Wolfie's
your
like
ear.
semi-feral, and he's hard to control. Rico is from farm
Okay.
in Leona Valley, so like it's like over close to my house, and yeah, so I just have a lot of animals that aren't adoptable or I fell in love with. So Wolfie was from a pack of gray cats from the Mojave Desert.
Sounds like a gang, dude.
They are.
Pack of great cats in
I actually
Mojave.
have one cat. He was feral. His name's Henry.
Most Henrys
And
are.
he
Feral
lived
Henry.
on my patio for a long time, and he finally just collapsed one day on my porch. And he's a senior. I brought him in. He has FIV, like I said. So the
Active in the streets.
and he's so he's very sick. But he's like so protective. Like if you came to my house and you attacked me, he'd
Okay.
fuck you up.
Okay, I wouldn't.
He's put a few of my animals in the hospital because he's fucked them up so bad. He tore my shoe off my foot because I put it in his mouth so he wouldn't bite.
How did you put your shoe in your cat's mouth? I guess is my
Because
question.
I didn't want him to infect my other cats, and he was attacking them for.
Is that just a politically correct way of saying you kick the cat in the mouth?
No, I just put it right in his
That's
face
a Steve method.
and let him bite it.
she said, the cat put my foot in
I
its
am-
mouth.
I
I was
am-
like, what the hell?
Definitely not a cat kicker like you.
No,
He's a
no,
dog
I'm
kicker.
You son of a
kicker, ma'am.
bitch.
I'm a dog kicker, ma'am.
No.
And it was a gentle tap.
No,
and
it was
apparently
ge-
it was enough to get fired.
No.
Did the dog
he-
go?
He's a very nice guy. Okay, it was a misunderstanding.
Okay. It was.
You have my blessing.
Thank you. Oof.
To kick dogs?
To kick dogs around. I'm going
Wow.
to go on an across the country dog kicking
My
tour.
rescue is getting canceled before it even gets the
No, it
501c.
isn't. You're going to the 501c3
I have
process.
almost the whole thing.
Very nice.
The hard part is the board of directors.
Hmm.
Because if you get the wrong board of directors and they decide they don't like you, they can kick you out of your own rescue.
Really?
So I've been very, very careful about screening.
Hmm.
So I have to finish that, and then it's $300 to file. But I do have the EIN.
Luckily for the Emo Brown Foundation, our nonprofit 501c3, our board of directors is my best friend, so I'll be going nowhere.
Wait, how many
That's what you think.
how many directors do you have?
We have 6.
Okay, because you have to have at least 5, right?
3.
3?
Yeah. I think a quorum is what they look for. So a quorum is official at 3 because
I
2.
thought I needed 5.
Well,
So that's why I'm not filed yet, because I was trying to find 5 people that weren't going to fire me.
Well, if you got 3, pull that trigger.
yeah, it's you got to speak that language to do these things. It's crazy.
don't know what I'm doing.
Neither do we.
No.
Believe me, we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
No.
But somehow it's all working out. We're making it work. We're over here.
We met
raising
you.
I
money.
mean, that's life. You just kind of go, I want this,
Right.
and I'm going to figure it out. My first rescue, my first big rescue was 17 freaking cats. So I had, 16. So I brought 15 kittens plus mama to my house.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I have to go on tour in a month. And I worked it out. And I had to pay for 16 spays and neuters, all the vaccines, all the snap tests,
That's
the
a lot
fecal
of money.
tests, and they were all sick. Paid for all the antibiotics. I was treating them. I had to pay for sitters. I raised the money. And I was like,
There's
I
cat sitters.
I didn't even have
want
health care
to
for my
save
son as a
these
musician.
Fucking BJ over here had to get another job just to get health insurance.
oh yeah, I have sitters up the ass.
Yeah.
Like for all the animals. Because at my house, I have the 7 dogs, 12 cats, 2 rabbits, and then the animals in boarding, like permanently until they find homes. So I'm bringing one more home. Next
That's a
week,
whole other job.
So do you want a dog?
do you want a dog?
No, I did. We have a dog and he's very healthy.
Who
and-
needs a dog?
Yeah. No, I
I
don't know.
train my animals. Any animal at my house, I train them extensively. The 2 older dogs that I have, so I have 2 dogs from like earlier this year. They were very aggressive with cats. Now I let them out of the house, like wherever they want. They're cool with the cats. I train very, very well. So if you want an animal, they're going to be trained. They're going to be vaccinated.
Probably
fixed.
musically talented as well.
Musically
Grammy award-winning
talented.
dogs.
They probably have an ear for the orchestra.
They speak many languages.
They'll make you a sandwich.
They have microchips. They
That
do
they're
make,
chipped up?
They won't make you a sandwich. They will eat your sandwich. So just be careful with that. Especially the pit bull that I have for adoption.
How old is this pit bull?
3.
Mr. Worldwide.
She's 3. So if you go look on Dogarachi, she should be there. She's adorable. I'm in love with her. My favorite breed of dog is pit bull.
Okay.
Let's see, go right there. So that's the group picture. Yeah. So that's
That
Duchess.
looks like an album cover right there.
Duchess is the pit
Where
bull.
my dogs at?
That's,
I would have thought this was Duchess.
Pepper is the one next to Duchess in the back. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
She's a sweetie.
So she's a senior. She's been returned. They said she was like a dangerous, mean dog. And I'm like, what the hell?
I see it.
I don't know
I
where they
see
got
it.
that from. Then Sage is
It's
the
in
one
the
that I
eyebrows.
spent 22 days at Home Depot trying to trap.
Look at your eyebrows. Don't be talking about her eyebrows
And
like
then
that. Look at those.
that fluffy one is Walter, who I ended up adopting. So Walter was going to be in it. And then they're with my gross ass chunkla. But whatever. Like, they're adorable.
Whatever. No,
So-
let's focus on that chancla.
Let's zoom in.
Let's zoom in on that
Enhance.
chancla.
And they do know the chunkla, especially Duchess, because she's so, stubborn, like being a big ass.
She even
pit
looks
bull.
like, did you say chunk?
I take the chunkla off. She's like, shit.
Well, if I'm correct, Duchess is the one in the top right corner with her head kind of tilted like this.
When I
She knows
got
what's
her, she
coming.
was like 94 pounds, and she's 82
heavy.
now. So she lost.
That's how much I weighed
she
when I
was
met
a little
Jake.
spoiled. What? Damn, you weighed 92 pounds at one point. You look like you're like 75 pounds right now.
Ooh,
I'm losing weight.
Mini Cobain.
Yes, it's tough on
Mini
me.
Cobain.
Skinny guy.
So when you go on tour, you have to find places for these animals, and you have to
Yes.
pay over under $3,000.
My operating costs per month are about $2,000 right now.
Okay.
So
Who's this
more or
one?
less.
Does this have a home?
Oh, that's one of the babies that I adopted out. That one never came to my house. That one was with a foster. So she got adopted. She's very cute.
I was about to adopt that one.
So you have a pretty high success rate on getting rid of these animals.
Yeah, I mean, I have 12 cats, but yeah, I've adopted out like at least 100
Good for you.
animals
That's
since
awesome.
2020.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, and I specialize
Round of
in,
applause on that. There you go. Out of your face.
I specialize in the ones that are like no one catches, like that are just out terrified, and because I don't know, I just have the patience.
Little
for
known
that.
fact, you're ranked #1 in finding shelters for animals who are Grammy Award winners.
Oh.
So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
There it is.
Yes, Grammy Award-winning animals. So if you want a musical animal
Go ahead.
that is going to win Grammys and make you very successful,
They're gonna
please
win
and look
Grammys
mean on
over.
a logo. Look
hit
at
up
that. I was looking for this the whole
Dogarachi
time.
Rescue Group.
That is a sick ass logo.
That's
dude.
Gizmo.
I will get that tattooed.
So I got Gizmo at 3 weeks old. She was the trash cat that my ex found when he was being interrogated for being a child predator, which he wasn't.
I feel
But-
like you've brought that up multiple times for a reason.
Blink twice. If you-
What the hell?
Bison Yakovich is the
That's why I
Oh,
have a
man.
handler.
There, yeah, that's why you have a handler. Oh, Yakovich is the handler.
in the
Oh
capable
my
hands
God.
of this.
Look
But
at
he's not handling very well because he's not telling me to stop.
Gary Busey.
I muted him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
they
fine.
took me off of the.
Your handler needs a handler. You've
Oh, no.
obviously never watched the podcast because this fucking deviant is no longer allowed on the
He got canceled off the cancel
yeah,
couch.
he's not allowed on the
I
co-host
didn't see
chair,
those. I watched some of yours, but I did not see those.
and he's not allowed on the cancel
So
couch.
now I gotta Google.
Yes. Kyla,
Wait, on the couch.
she is not allowed on the
What
cancel
has
couch.
happened on this couch?
This nothing until that guy gets on there, and then it gets boring. We got to
much-
get rid of
How
him.
much jizz is on the couch?
I'm sorry. What?
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a question for some other people.
It's in the pants.
Yeah, we do have to. We do have
Jizz
to ask some other
in
people.
my pants.
There's a reason there's no black lights in the studio.
Oh, okay.
We should bring it out.
It's not because I'm here.
No, I
We
want to
should
hang
see-
out here. Thank you.
We should see what's going on in this office.
You have a
space.
black light?
We should get one in here. if we
For my
don't have one.
posters.
You don't.
Definitely.
I want to see. Let's
Look at
see.
you.
Let's see.
Here?
Yeah.
You want
It's
to
a
talk about a ghost tour?
This place
see
is
some
haunted.
spookies here.
This
Okay.
place
Tell
is
me about the
haunted.
hauntings.
I don't know. I've
You were
never-
supposed to
yeah.
tell me about hauntings. You haven't yet.
Okay, little known fact. Before we started the podcast, Kyla Vera was telling
Caca Vera.
us,
Queen Kyla Vera.
Queen Beans was telling us,
Queen of beans.
Queen of Beans.
Queen
Queen Beans sounds
Beans.
better.
Queen of beans.
Queen of Beans
I'm the queen of fucking beans.
was telling us about certain things that she is involved in, or not, allegedly, whatever. And I told her, I said, well, that's crazy because I have some stories.
Let's hear him.
Nah, they're actually kind of boring. But the one I told you was the one that I remember being more creepy. The Ouija board.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
the
Correct.
creepy one is the people walking on the TV screen in the
Have you
fucking
ever-
old studio.
Okay.
Have
so
you ever talked to a ghost? That's something that I did and didn't realize at the time.
I don't think I ever have. No.
You're talking to one now.
Imagine that's creepy.
I
Okay,
was
you talked to
at-
a ghost.
I was at my friend's house. I slept on the couch.
Okay.
I wake up and there's this little old lady with a cane and she's going down the stairs. They had like a winding staircase in the middle of the living room. She's like making little groaning sounds like, you know, like she's straining to move.
I make those sounds in the morning when I get up to go to work.
So she's coming down the stairs.
I hear him in pen too.
I specifically hear her struggling to come down the stairs. She comes around. I go, buenos dias. She's like, buenos dias. I'm like, excuse me, I have to pee. I'll be right back. I thought it was my friend's grandma. I come back, she's gone. So the next like I went back to sleep. I get up later. I'm like, hey, I saw your grandma. I didn't know she lived with you. She's like, oh, my grandma's dead. That's our tenant. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, we hear footsteps a lot. Every now and then we see her. And then she just disappears.
This is real.
And I talked to her.
Yeah.
And I thought she was the grandma.
Is that bad to talk to a spirit, an entity, a
You let 'em
ghost?
I
in.
don't know, but I thought she was just a
Acknowledged
person. Like, I didn't know she was a ghost. Like, that freaked me out because it was like the exact person they've been seeing in the house for years and years and years and years.
I hate hearing shit like this.
And I
bro.
was like, no way. Like, I didn't think that shit was real until that point. But the fact that it was the exact same person they've been seeing for all that time.
Well, hold
Now
on
I'm
to
like,
your. Check this out. So, at the brewery, when we first started doing this podcast, we did the brewery in our office downstairs in the basement in a corner loft, little corner room. Not very big at all. I would say, what? 4 by 10?
We barely fit in there.
It was long. It was like a shoe box, literally. And I would feel certain things there. And my wife legitimately thinks that real talk, homie.
Real
She thinks
talk.
that like maybe that I'm a little haunted, and then BJ has not helped that situation by telling her that, oh, I think he's haunted too.
You're a
Meaning-
brujo.
You're
I
absolutely an
don't know.
antenna.
I don't know what that means. I'm an antenna. I'm a
You're an
brujo, I'm
antenna. That
something.
means you're an antenna to the afterlife for
In
people who come to you.
this
Are you an
office,
antenna?
I don't know. In this office, like I had a medium come in and I said, hey, there's some shit going on here. Like, what do you see? And she's like, oh, it's your family. It's this, it's that. But there is a man who lives down here who probably lived in the brewery before you guys turned it into that. And he just wants to let you know that this is where he's from and this is what he does. He's okay with what you're doing. Everything is fine. He's just not going anywhere. And I was like, okay. So what I did, because I didn't believe it. She was like, leave them an ofrenda. Leave them something. Bring them something. So I brought a bottle of water, just like a regular screw plastic top bottle of water. And I figured it's in Chula Vista. This ghost must be Mexican. I'm going to bring him a concha. So I went down to La Concha. Why are you laughing for? That shit is good.
What flavor, though?
Just a regular white one.
Okay.
The right one. Yeah, the white one.
spookiest one.
No, the for Halloween, the concha they had orange ones. Those
Ah,
were spooky.
la
Oh, the
pan
little
de
pumpkin
muerte.
one.
Pan de muerte también, but I didn't do that. I brought them the white
Just a
concha,
concha.
and I
Respectfully.
brought it there.
Big
and I
one,
let-
little one.
They had little mini ones, little mini ones,
Conchitas.
and then the plastic bottle of water. I left it there. I said, "All right, ghost,
No cafe.
let's see what's going on." No, just water and that.
Last thing you
Left-
want is a caffeinated ghost.
Left, close the door. No one goes in there, mind you. Plus, I didn't tell anybody that was there. I just said, this is going to be my little fucking experiment. All right? My little fucking, let's see what's going on. Went home, did my thing, came back in the morning, dude. Came back in the morning, the bottle of water, the top was screwed off, and the water had decreased. And on the fucking conchita, there was like gnaw marks, like somebody was eating or trying to eat the fucking the concha, because you could see the 2 teeth marks right there. And I was
That's-
like, huh. I said, that's weird. Who would have come down here? I truly don't believe in that stuff.
Immediately starts trying to rationalize.
Yeah.
Who came into this locker room that nobody knew this thing was at?
I truly don't believe in shit like that, but I truthfully have had shit like that happen a lot.
When
like
you
Tell the story
see the
about
shit.
the dreams.
Do you have an ofrenda that you have like up all the time, or
No.
just
My wife does.
I
Wifey has
I
like,
have one.
Yeah?
And I have my first rabbit. I brought her in on the ofrenda. I had the ashes of one of my foster cats.
okay.
So the rabbit, would freak out, stare at the ashes, and thump. And they thump when they're in danger. She would do that the whole time she was in that freaking room.
Really?
And I moved the ofrenda to my living room recently. So we'll see what happens now.
Okay.
But I made it more official because I have I try to make it, I don't have like bread or anything because that would be roaches. But I have like flowers, like crystals and rocks from like Mexico and like different the calaveras.
Damn,
that
you're
I get
all
from
in, huh?
Mexico. I try to put it all in there. Anything that's not going to attract bugs is in there. So I have like eagle feathers and shit. Obtained legally. Because
Why are eagle feathers illegal to have?
Yes, gathering feathers can be a federal offense, but mine are legal. Okay,
About to start collecting some
I'm not
feathers.
going to prison for this.
Shit.
Anyway, so yeah, but my rabbit was like thumping.
Okay,
at
so
the
you said
ashes.
ofrenda. No, my wife then does not definitely have an ofrenda. She just has like pictures of
board.
people that we've lost in our family and
Yeah,
stuff.
I have that.
So not that.
But then I have the like calaveras. I have the like different stuff and the candles. So I light the candles. Anytime I'm feeling sad, I go light the candles. I just sit there. I drink tequila with the.
I have a feeling you
ofrenda.
just drink tequila just for shits and giggles.
I do.
Not necessarily for some sort of, ritual shit. You
Tequila
just,
is for everything. Okay.
really? No.
You feeling sick?
You drink it when
some
you're happy.
tequila.
You drink it when you're sad. You drink
You-
it when you're thirsty.
yeah, you
you
Check
drink it
out
when
this
you're...
story. Tell me what you think of this
You
story.
want to get laid? You drink tequila,
Okay.
but more.
You want it to work? You stop drinking tequila.
Yeah, whiskey, actually. Check this story out. Tell me how freaky this is. All right. So it's 2:57. I know because
AM? Okay.
Because I looked down and I beat my alarm by 3 minutes. I'm like, or like maybe a little more. I was like, oh, I beat my alarm. Hell yeah. I looked down and I woke up because a dream I was having. And in that dream, my son came into my room and he's like, Dad, there's a man in my room and he's talking to me. And I was like, oh, well, that's fucking weird, And oh, fuck, I fucked that whole story up. It's backwards. Scratch that.
Your
reverse
child
it.
was talking to the
Yeah.
man.
I woke up because in my dream, a man came to the door dressed like a service operator. Like he's like
Like a Culligan man.
Yeah, the Culligan man. It was like a white outfit with like blue pinstripe on the edge, had a little hat, and he comes up to the door. I answer the door, and I'm like, yes. He's like, I'm the man who's been talking to your son. We'll be done shortly. And I was like, okay. And I woke up and I looked down and it said 2:57. And I don't know why. I just kept looking at the door in our bedroom because these weenies come in and out of our bedroom like they fucking own the space.
You call your kids weenies.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Fucking absolutely. So
their
this guy,
face.
he comes in and he's freaked the fuck out.
And
He's
he
like,
saw the man.
and he's like, Dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So that part, what I said at the beginning, this was the reality. He's like, Dad, there's a man in my room. And he's like freaked out and blah, 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 blah. And he comes in here and I go to work. I keep hearing shit outside. Like I hear rustling in the side yard, like leaves and shit. I'm like, everything just feels off. Come to realize, like, fuck, that one was weird. My wife has been seeing shit in the house. My oldest son has been seeing like black shadows and shit in the house.
Do you have a bell?
A bell.
You get the service bell.
And what does that do?
He was
They'll-
his service guy. He'll
They'll
ring it.
it.
The last thing I fucking need is somebody ringing that bell.
You get a fucking ghost
Uh-huh.
and you tell them, this is for you.
Okay.
If you're present,
Oh man, you're gonna make me freak out.
ring the freaking bell.
No.
You get that bell. If you do have a ghost, they're going to ring it at some point.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of.
Probably like 2:57 in the morning.
I don't think we have a ghost because wifey did some things
Oh, you got
after
a
the
demon.
fact. Like she did some things, and
So
we
she's a
haven't.
bruja.
No, she's a.
She's a Latina.
Yeah,
She's just like,
she is more of a she. She said, you know what? Let's nip this in the bud.
you got to
We're gonna
get the
burn
bell.
some sage.
Look, I'm just
Yeah.
telling you, you get the bell.
Get the bell, but then that'll literally like.
Why are you scared of ghosts?
I don't know.
Unless it's a poltergeist, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be scared.
What if it's the same ghost that's been following me this whole time since I was
Obvious.
little?
Maybe they're just attached to you.
Yeah.
Just because they're attached to you doesn't mean they're malevolent.
And that's what somebody who I brought in to tell me things like say, hey, what's going on here? And she's like, it's your family. They're cheerleaders. They're supporting everything you do. They're just making sure that you're on the right
So you're
track.
going to get rid of a guardian angel because you're scared of ghosts.
How am I getting rid of
You
it?
don't want to do that.
Okay, he's
So
wearing
you get
blue.
the bell.
Okay.
You find out who it is.
Yeah.
Get that Ouija board. Get
No.
like you're talking about antennas. You can be the antenna.
I think I am.
Okay, well
Yeah.
then you're the
But
antenna.
here's the
He's
thing.
Carol Ann.
So don't be scared.
Here's the weird thing about me being
Carol
an
Ann,
antenna is like I don't believe in any of it, but a lot of
believes
the
in
shit
you.
has been around me. I'm like,
I didn't believe in a lot of stuff, and then weird shit happened, and I'm like, okay, well, that's a little weird. I should probably look into this. You know?
I got my first creepy ghost story from Pete the other day, actually.
Let's hear.
He, my son is 4 years old, sleeps in his own room
Oh,
like
shit.
a big boy. And what was it? He came into our room and told us, I don't want to sleep in there anymore. Someone's sleeping in my bed and they won't stop talking.
Oh no.
And I was like, ooh, that's weird. A couple days later, now there's somebody sleeping on my bed and under my bed.
oh
But they're
shit.
not my friends because they're not talking to me. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, I hate
what is that
shit.
music?
Where did that come from?
Is that Beetlejuice?
That's not my phone.
What the fuck?
Okay, another story. In this room, we were telling ghost stories. I got
Drew,
goosebumps.
yeah.
And we said something about like, remember when Lexi was
Hey,
here?
that was weird, dude.
And the fucking door
idea.
slammed itself? Remember that shit?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so we had
bro.
a young lady who was on their show. Her name is Sexy Lexi.
Sexy Lexi.
Friend of the show.
She's friend of the show, for straight up. And she came on here
DJ
and
Sexy
tell
Lexi.
us
Yeah.
some things. And she was talking about like certain things that had happened in her childhood and at her home and this. And out of nowhere, we just hear like a door open.
Oh shit.
And you can
then
hear it on the microphones.
Yeah, on the mic, you can hear it, and then it just slammed. We're like, oh, what was that? And like we were all like, what was that? That was weird. Oh my God, my skin just started crawling.
You got some mouse titties?
No, I'm cold.
Oh.
No, I'm cold.
My grandma used to call them mouse titties, not
Oh,
goosebumps.
mouse
And I'm going to continue to call them
I
titties.
have
that.
another story, but I'll tell you guys.
Let's hear
after.
it.
I'll tell
because
you after.
I have
I'll
a
tell you after.
million.
No,
Like, we can.
I think we've done enough.
I have played in a
think we've
haunted
done
venue
enough.
where people see a lady jumping to her death
Hell yeah.
Really?
from the balcony all the time.
Where's this?
Was that the one we played?
Majestic Ventura Theater
Ventura.
in Ventura. When I went there, I got creepy vibes like the whole time.
You get that? You feel that right out the
Before
gate?
I knew
Just
it
from
was
dudes in the
haunted,
front row.
like I felt uncomfortable there. But yeah, I've had some creepy shit happen like in my own homes. Well, I told you I grew up like my high school house was like a haunted house, at least on my side, and it was really scary. My cat would not sleep in my room at all. Like she would get scared. and
Maybe
just,
you're
like,
an
They're supposed to be
run out of the
protectors
room.
from that kind of shit, aren't they?
They're supposed to be, but she was terrified. So
That is a defective cat.
Send it back.
yeah, I've had some protective animals. She was not one of them. I
And
was.
that's
her,
how this
her
cat
protector.
ended up with my foot in her mouth.
No.
When is your next show? What do you got coming up? Where can people? Because you do solo shows, solo events. Not
Tonight.
everything is Metalachi with you.
So tonight, solo show, holding company. It's just a couple songs, but I'm there mostly to promote my animal rescue, especially during the slow season, and like try to get some finances coming in since it costs me a lot to operate. So playing a couple songs. And then our next Metalachi show will be December 14th in Big Bear, California at Village Sports Bar. And then we have a lot more. So, you know.
Where
we
can
have-
people find you, follow you, and keep abreast of all of these things going on in the life of Metalachi and yourself?
Well, Metalachi.com, Metalachi Instagram, Metalachi Facebook. Also, Queen Kyla Vera, Metalachi, and Metalachi of Instagram and Facebook. So I like Instagram better. If you want to message me, do it on Instagram. And then, yes, I do have Docarachi Rescue Group, Facebook and Instagram. Hopefully soon I'll have the 501c, and then the people who donate will get tax write-offs. Some very kind guy, I think his name is Zach.
Big up, Zach, friend of the show.
I should give him a shout out because he's amazing.
Shout out, Zach.
He ordered me like a shit ton of Zach Hughes. He ordered me like 6 boxes from my Amazon wish list yesterday, and I
What
got
is his
one.
Amazon wish list?
Oh, it's on my link tree. Which,
What is that?
Which you guys had up earlier. So I have, yeah, right there. So Amazon wish list is right there. Help feed via Amazon wish
Okay.
list. So, because it cost a lot of money to feed.
You give your animals joints?
That's crazy.
What joints?
It's a hip joint.
Hip joint.
I have a lot of seniors. So I have 3 senior dogs over the age of 16. I have a senior rabbit who's 13. 2 senior cats, and as I have the space, I take in seniors that are end of life. So yeah, they need a lot of supplements. I have the brain supplement, joint supplement, lots of vet bills. One of my senior cats right now, he has FIV, which is the same as HIV for people, but for felines.
Streaks.
So he gets diseases that are usually not an issue if they're vaccinated. So he was vaccinated for calicivirus, for example. Calicivirus could be deadly. It's a respiratory infection, but for cats, it can cause ulcers in their mouth that bleed, shit like that. So he has bleeding ulcers in his freaking throat, and he's like gagging all the time on food. He's very expensive to care for, but I'm not going to leave him outside to suffer. So when I get donations, it helps pay for the vet bills. I'm paying at least a base price of $1,200 a month in boarding right now for animals because I can't keep all those freaking animals in my house. So food, medical bills, medication, all that, boarding. So all of that.
Well,
comes
whatever
from the
we can do to
donations.
help to get the word out, we are definitely on board to help you with that.
And I would love to have adopters because less bills if I get the animals adopted out, but also then I can bring in more animals because I have to turn a lot of people down for rescue
For taking in animals?
because I haven't because I have so many already. And not everyone is able to go out and spend weeks trying to catch a dog, and I can. But if I can't bring them home, what's the point? I live around some of the highest kill shelters in California. So we have Palmdale Shelter. They have a 40% euthanasia rate. They have the highest euthanasia rate of Los Angeles County. And they're killing like 300 to 500 animals a month.
What?
And then the other shelter by
That's
my
a lot.
house, they're killing almost as many because of breeding, because of irresponsibility. So me being able to bring in more animals saves more animals, but I got to move animals to bring in animals and money. It's a business. It's the same thing as running as any other business to run a rescue. And if you don't run it as a business, you're going to end up broke and with too many animals.
There it is.
Yes.
She has said it all today,
Yes.
and then some.
Maybe a little too much.
She
honestly.
scared me half of the time.
I hope you're scared. If
Yes.
you're not scared, I didn't do my job.
You've done it.
Okay.
I am scared.
That's great.
Make sure to follow her. Do all of the things. Show some support. Go into that Amazon wish list. Click on it. Be like Zach. Buy some boxes and send it her way.
Oh.
Take care of them dogs, them cats, them goats, them rabbits, but don't feed them carrots.
No.
Don't fall victim of, the old cliches of rabbits like carrots.
If cartoons have taught me nothing, then I feel like I need to reevaluate my whole
They
life.
like the bananas the best.
I learned cats don't drink milk.
Nope.
There it is.
They do, but it makes them very sick.
Nothing
So,
better and worse than a sick
No milk for cats.
I had a
unless it's
black lab that
goat's
drank
milk.
beer.
cat. Yeah.
They do make dog beer though.
Oh, she loved
For
all
dogs.
kinds of beer.
Yeah, I had when
Tecate
I was a
mostly.
kid, our poodle drank a whole Coors Light and got blackout drunk and passed out.
My kinda-
and
my
she
kinda
never
dog.
drank
That's my
a beer
kind of
again.
poodle.
So,
My
No. Awesome to meet you. Awesome to hang out with you, chop it up with you. I look forward to April 20th
April 20th,
at the Holding Company.
holding company.
We will go check out Metalachi for the first time.
You will not pay, and
live
we're gonna
in
get you drunk.
persona.
Not my first time.
As a
I've
crew.
opened for them.
As a crew.
Did you? Wait.
See?
At the holding
That's how
company.
memorable you are,
Wait, when was that?
PJ.
Oh,
I was not the racist mariachi group. That was not me.
I was so drunk that morning. Okay.
Morning. The show was at night, ma'am.
Yes, it
Keep it
was.
together.
I was drunk all day. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You get in free too.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in. We're big
Thank you.
fans. We're going to do everything we can to make it pop. Give us some tickets over there, Gary Busey, so we can start giving them away to some of our followers and supporters. We'll put it on
Scary
the web.
Busey.
Scary Busey is the name for him, dog. You just keep bringing talent in, and you keep saying over there, you can sit there without saying anything. BJ, hit the button. Let's go.